move to enter into executive session for the purposes discussing outstanding litigation. Further, the Board of Selectmen will return to open session thereafter.
Motion by Mr. Harris, do I hear a second?
I was gonna make that a separate motion. Should we do that, or?
You can write it.
All right, well, session after, and to admit town council. All right.
Motion by Mr. Harris, seconded by Mr. O'Leary. Mr. O'Leary? Aye. Mr. Harris?
Aye.
Aye.
Delaney?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Call the meeting back to order, and I'm going to ask everybody to rise for the pledge. We didn't do it earlier, just for your benefit. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Welcome, everybody, this evening. Board members, you've probably had copies of this spreadsheet. There's been probably 9 or 10 different versions since we started the budget process. And after looking through it and, finally getting to the point where we've got some glimpse of what state aid is going to be, and we're looking at like a $1.79 million number bouncing around a little up and a little down. Budget gap for FY 2010. I'm saying, how can we plan and begin to put, an actual operating plan together, and how can the school committee do the same thing without really having, what is the number we have to work with? So in the process of doing that, obviously you have to make some assumptions. So what I'd like to do is take a minute or two and kind of go through that and see what the board thinks about this, so that we can at least provide both the town administrator and the school department with a target budget number, rather than look at what the deficit is. And I mean, there's a budget gap. As you recall, the budget gap was based on a 3% increase in the town budget over the FY 2009 budgeted amount, and the school at 6%. And, you know, we've heard numbers with the school department, their level services budget needed up to 7.8% or something in that vicinity. You know, that our department heads were presenting a minus 3% budget. And, you know, I think we really have to work off of a number, establish priorities, and then go from there. So, I went through this. I did find one item that was on here, and we'll talk about it. I removed it, and that was that in the solid waste, the Neswick Fund, as it was called, Joe had included $101,000, which was the balance of that in the budget. And as you recall, the solid waste fees had covered last year's amount. So that money I've taken out because it's really there to offset increases in the cost of solid waste as a means of stabilizing the fee until we use up that money.
Sure.
There's 2 pages.
One. There's the other. Sorry about that, Bob. Batting 1,000 here. I guess I really haven't grasped that whole counting thing yet, right? Jeez.
Okay, so from an available revenue point of view, and we look at the FY 2009 figures, and under the fixed cost, you'll see a minus $1.7 million. Most of that has got to do with the fact that there was the very money had come in and then was transferred out. So the fixed cost line item is basically meaningless in terms of what you see there. Under general government, the 11,495,632 is the adjusted budget number. In other words, it's the budgeted FY 2009 minus the $150,000 that we've held cuts of state aid.